10th person voted out, 6th member of our jury, Shonny. That's 3 votes. That's enough. You need to bring me a torch.
Good job, Shonny.
I'm sorry.
Good luck.
Rob, give buffs.
Welcome back to Australian Survivor, Drop Your Buffs. I'm Sean Ross, back here with Ricard Foyer and Nick Idanza as 5 become 4 on Survivor Australia v World, where we lost Shonny last night, an icon, a legend. Nick, how are you feeling?
I feel sad. I feel really sad.
If you predict every time that Shonny's gonna go, you'll be right once.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
We also had a very strange moment last night at Tribal Council where 2 idols were played for each other, but they were a little bit scared.
I'm gonna gift you this idol, but then you're gonna play my idol for me.
Okay, we can play it for each other. Let's exchange the idols.
Okay.
As a symbol of our trust and commitment.
Okay.
But not hardly.
Yeah. Razor thin trust.
Yeah.
That just shows the trust is so thin. And it should be, because like, why are these 2 titans wanting to sit at the end with each other? It makes no sense.
Especially with what Australian Survivor is known for these massive endurance challenges. We know that Luke has a bad back, a bad leg, a bad foot. I don't know, everything seems to be broken on this man. I don't know if he can do it today.
Oh, we'll see how they fare up, but it's an iconic Final Four.
And speaking of iconic, we've got an iconic guest that we need to welcome.
We have an iconic guest.
An iconic guest, yes. Without any further ado, let's just get her out. No one wants to hear us. Let's just get her out here. Please welcome a 4-time Australian Survivor player, someone who has clocked up 138 days in the game, which is, I think, 3rd in the entire world. Please welcome Shonny Botel! Sean, welcome. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fresh as a daisy.
Yeah.
Feeling good. Yeah.
You look fresh.
Thank you.
You would never know you just spent 2 weeks on an island.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
You look like a ray of sunshine.
Oh, I feel it.
Wow.
Trust me, a bit of food can really work wonders.
4 times?
I know.
You did this 4 times?
I know.
First of all, what is wrong with you?
I know. Like Jonathan said when I rocked up on day 1, he's like, what brings you back?
So what keeps bringing you back?
It's just like this love-hate relationship with this game. It's a love-hate relationship. And wait a minute, I need to defend my title. I need to keep on adding days. I still haven't won, so I'm like, and I want that cold hard cash money. But back to the drawing board. Maybe I'll pitch Janine a business idea.
So can Shonny win this game? What's going on here? Because I think the longer you stay in, the higher the threat level becomes.
Yeah. So this time, I'm like, let me lower my threat level. I'm not gonna be in like a power couple duo. I'm just gonna focus on what's best for me and, you know, hopefully go under the radar a little bit more than usual. But you know what? You come up with all of these theories and you still get voted out anyway. What gives?
I feel like with this cast, it could be a little bit easier to be under the radar. What were your initial thoughts of your tribe when you first saw them? How did you feel when you saw George and the Golden God?
Rocking up to the tribe, I was like, oh, great. So we have David, who him and I have never played together. And then we have George, my #1 frenemy, who I was like, I do not trust you. I can't work with you. And then I'm like looking at Luke, who has connections with Janine and Sarah for 6 to 8 years. And then David is friends with Sarah from the modeling industry. Luke and Kirby are friends from the real world. So I'm like literally looking around, I'm like, everyone is like a very long-standing friendship here. And then it's me with like 2 people that voted me off.
So who has played together before? What are the combos we're working with?
Aren't you a super fan, Sarah?
I know. I just want it out in the open.
But that's so interesting because George basically said the same thing.
Oh.
He said, I came in, I had all the, all these connections that existed, and I didn't have any. Did you try to work with George in this game? Was there some like reconciliation that was possible?
George and I actually have so much fun together, but when it comes to playing the game, I just don't trust him. So of course I wanted to be like, oh, let's like mend the bridge and like, we can work together. And then when I had David saying my name, George saying my name, I'm like, okay, I've got to work with one of you. George and I have a better friendship. So yeah, I did use him for one vote, but I just couldn't. You know, how can you relax when you've got someone like George there, like that's just waiting to write down your name?
Your destiny in this game might come down to us three plus Janine voting for Shonny, and then I can get her before she comes for me.
When there was a tied vote between David and George, why did you not flip your vote and get out George and get your revenge a little bit sooner?
So this one was like, I was like going back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, what do I do? But with David, I had already told Kirby that I would be writing David's name. So I'm like, at least Kirby would trust me. Like, I was confident that I could get the numbers to vote George on my own merit. But if I voted off George, it would be on the back of David's move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, let me get the one who's harder to get tonight, and then I can maintain my relationship with Kirby, and then I can get the numbers. I was sure I could get the numbers for George, and then I can be like, I did both.
Yeah, and then that becomes your move then.
Yes,
Yeah,
instead of just like, I changed my mind on the back of David's move.
That makes way more sense. Was it tempting though when you were in there? You're like,
Yeah.
I could get George right now.
I was like, but I'm like, just wait. And then I'm like, what if there is no other moment? And then I was like, no, you can do it. You can do it. And I'm like,
Good self-restraint there.
Yeah, it was good.
You've been on a jury 3 times. Well, once you were voted off the jury, but the other 2 times, did you go in open / were you willing to listen and change your mind at Tribal Council?
Definitely willing to hear what people are saying, but at the moment, I would be voting for Parvati. And that would be iconic as well because, like, you know, she's back in Samoa.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it would be a really full circle healing moment for her. And we're all about healing here.
Love it.
You crossed enemy lines right at the merge, right? And you voted with the World Tribe to oust Sarah. So I can see, you know, you're fluid. You're
I'm
fluid.
World, Australia, we're all people.
It's a small world.
World peace.
So we mentioned you've played 138 days of Survivor. You've been on some very long Australian seasons. This one is only 16 days. How did you find this season differed from the previous ones that you've played?
It was so intense. Like, legitimately, first day, rock up. We're not even like, oh, hey, Janine, how are you? We're like, anyway. So I think that George is a really sketchy. I'm like, have you read George's recent book? It's called How to Manipulate People. And then we're just like, Sarah's like, let's take out a strong guy. It's like, there was so many names flying around in like the first 10 minutes. It was crazy. And then at one point, I was the only one building the shelter.
Yeah, so definitely a different game there.
Definitely a different game. We knew it was a short game.
Yeah.
So we're not here to take out someone's friend to weaken them. Let's just take them out.
Yeah.
So with this limited time to build relationships, do you think that affects any of the sort of hurt feelings that might occur when somebody's voted out, or like the investment in the game? Or do you think it's still at that level?
I think it's easier to get over because if someone goes home who you really like, it's kind of like, oh, well, you know, moving on, now I need to make the next plan. We've got what? 5 days left, 10 days left, it's hardly any time. It's not as if you're like, great, now I'm gonna be out here for another 40 days without my closest ally. It's kind of like out of sight, out of mind.
Sorry, Sarah, we hardly knew you.
It's been a good 4 days, Sarah, but adios, amigo. Godspeed.
If you could have any past Alliance member from any of your seasons on this show that would have helped you succeed, who do you think you would have wanted?
Nick, of course. That would have been so fun.
That would have been the best.
So speaking of Alliance members, we want to play a little game about iconic alliances. This game is called the Alliance Allocation.
Oh, I love it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have you blind rank alliance names, famous alliance names from Survivor. You might see some familiar ones. You might be seeing ones for the first time. So you're going to list them in order from 1 to 10 based on how iconic, how Ishonic you think the alliance name is.
So it's just about the name. It's not about who's in the alliance.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Before we start, the boys have a little tribute to you while we play the game.
Oh, that's iconic.
So I'm going to give you the name of all your alliances are in here, plus some others.
Yeah.
You're going to list them, put them on where you think. You can't
Yeah.
move them afterwards.
Okay.
So once they're in that spot, they are in that
They're
spot.
locked in.
Okay?
Yeah.
Ready? First one.
Ready.
Shonella.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to put it for number 2.
Nice.
Oh,
Wow,
God.
hi.
The Black Widow Brigade.
Yes. Parvati and Sari?
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah.
The Spice Girls.
Oh, this was a great alliance while it lasted, but then I got ditched. So I'm going to put it in number 7.
Okay. Here we have one from American Survivor, the Brochachos.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
The bros, I'm thinking this is like a meaty number. So they'll be sitting in the prime position of 10.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you, Shonny.
number.
Yes.
Now, here's another one that you've been in. I don't know whether it counts as a real alliance, but the shh alliance.
Oh my God, I'm ashamed that number 10 is taken.
Why? Can you explain who was in it and what it was?
So this is the shh alliance. It was Shonny, Shane and Sean. And it was a bit of a tongue twister.
And why did it never work out?
It never worked out because I got shunned at the final 4.
You got shut out.
Yeah.
Here's another one from America. The Three Amigos.
3 amigos. Boring.
Here's another one that you've been in. The Mighty Ducks.
Oh.
Who was the Mighty Ducks? Give
This
us...
was myself, Brian, Fenella, Benji, and Monica.
Yep.
It lasted 1 vote, and we were like, we've got our ducks in a row.
Here's another one that both of us have been in before. The Little Rascals.
Oh, number 1.
Oh.
I loved this alliance. This was so fun.
Oh, we had the best time.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
a great time.
We got 2 more.
Okay, two more.
Okay, this is another American one. The Onion Alliance. Thoughts?
You know what? I'm thinking this has something to do with like crying. You know, like how onions make you cry?
Yeah.
It's actually the onions have layers.
Oh.
And the tighter you are in the core of the alliance, you're inside that
Oh,
onion.
these people sound too intellectual for me. I'll go number 5. That's a hard one.
Okay, we've got one more. Cops Are Us. This had Tony and his friend Sarah Lucina, 2 cops.
Look, cops are us. 3 words. I'm going for the 3rd place.
All right, here we have the definitive ranking, the definitive allocation
Yes.
of epic Survivor alliances. Well done, Shonny. Great job.
Woo!
And honoured to be in the top spot with you.
Oh, no one else.
So, what's your prediction for who's going to be voted out next?
I think the game's going to have to change because they've made a promise, right? They simply can't go to 3. I think that if Parvati and Sari want to stay solid in there too, Janine and Luke want to stay solid in there too, then perhaps Sari and Janine might go to a fire challenge and sending Sari home.
All right, thank you, Shonny, so much for being here. It's an absolute pleasure to be in the presence of a real, true, bona fide Survivor icon like
Thank
yourself.
you. It's been great. It's been
awesome.
fun.
Well, thanks so much for coming, Sean.
Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.
Shonny, the tribe has spoken.
Yes.
Okay, guys, that was so great. Absolutely love hanging out with Sean, and I'm really glad we got to hear her takes on the game. But the game is not over. What is going to happen next?
We usually get a wild final immunity challenge, some kind of torture device, and I do think my queen Parvati may have a very good shot at that. She has stood in endurance challenges for 6 hours at a time sometimes, so that's my hope for her because otherwise I don't know that she can get to the final 3.
Let's say, for example, we end up with a Luke, Parvati, and Sari final 3. I believe that the majority of the votes are going to be split between Parvati and Luke.
Yeah.
Right? And we could very well be in tie possibility.
How appropriate would that be for this season to say, these are the best of the best, and we can't even decide which is the best in a traditional final tribal council?
I would love to see that work out. I know it's probably fan fiction at this stage, but I would love to see that as an epic end because it would fulfill the promise of the season. Australia versus the world right down to the very end.
I can't wait to see what happens. Tune in next time to see us chat with the 4th place finisher and get their take on the end game of Survivor Australia v World.